days ago, I watched the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. And before that, I, for the first time, watched the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. And that movie was so boring, so forgettable. I barely even remember what the hell happened in it. Josh Hutcherson was good, I guess. It's nice seeing him back on the big screen. The child actress fucking sucked in the first one. She's better in the second one, but not by much. She's still not very good, but at least I can tell that she looked scared when she was supposed to, which that was cool, I guess. Um, anyway, what I wanted to say is that the first one was fucking dog shit and was boring and could honestly disappear off the face of the earth, and I wouldn't even know. Unless I guess I remember. Oh yeah, why is there a Five Nights at Freddy's 2 if there's no Five Nights at Freddy's 1? Whatever. What I want to say is that the first one was forgettable, but the sequel is worse. Like way worse quality wise, way worse filmmaking wise, and way worse logistics wise, logic wise. There were a lot of plot holes, and normally plot holes don't bother me, but holy fuck. The thing is though, this one is way more unintentionally funnier than the first one, and that kept me engaged because the stuff that happens in this movie is so ridiculous that I couldn't help but laugh. There's a scene near the beginning, I'm gonna get to spoilers, where one of the girls, the girl who ends up being the villain of the movie, sees one of the kids get kidnapped by whatever the fuck his name is, William Afton. Oh my god, I'm getting fucking, I don't even remembering these characters. I didn't see this movie that long ago. I saw it 2 days ago. Anyway, the girl character sees William Afton abduct a kid, and she's like, hey, you have to help me, or whatever. And they're like, hey, I'm in the middle of something, or whatever. But the thing is, she doesn't say why she needs their help. She just says, hey, help me. She doesn't say that there's a kid being kidnapped by an adult, or by whoever the hell was in that yellow rabbit costume. I know it's Matthew Lillard, but she should have been like, hey, there is a creepy rabbit that is adult sized that is abducting a child. Why did she have to keep it so vague? Jesus Christ. And then there's also, you thought the animatronics weren't used enough in the first one, or at least that's what I heard from some people. Oh my god. They might as well not even be in the movie. They don't do anything. They're just talking to the main character's sister, and they do nothing. They talk, and then they're like, hey, she's like, hey, I need you for my science project because I have a science fair or whatever. I need you to be my science project, or I need you to help me with my science project. And Chica is like, yeah, sure, I'll help you or whatever, but first you got to do this. And then she like makes them evil or something. I don't know. I really don't care. I know this movie is for the fans, but holy shit. If you're not a fan of this movie, don't even bother, because this movie is so fucking ass. Anyway, even though it's ass, it's so funny because the basically after Chica helps the little girl with her project, the little girl takes her project to the science fair, and then she's like, hey, Mr. Teacher, I have my science project. And then the teacher, for whatever reason, is a big asshole in this movie, and she bullies this little girl, which is so ridiculous and so stupid. I thought that a teacher would normally be encouraging this. Why is the teacher such a big asshole in this movie? Anyway, he's like, oh, you're here? I thought you would have been at home and not even bothered with this or whatever. And she, shows him her science project, and he's like, "Oh, we're just gonna place this." Oh no, I broke it. Oh no, I tripped and I broke it. He did it unintention. He did it intentionally. So, um, to not make her have to participate. And he's like, "Oh, I'll give you all the credit though," and it's like, why does this dude have to be such a big asshole in this movie? I don't get it. Anyway, the girl runs out crying from the gymnasium. She goes back to the pizzeria and she's like, "Hey, Chica, there's a teacher at my school who was an asshole, who broke my project, or who destroyed my project. Can you please help me?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And then, and then in the movie, Chica meets the professor when he's like just going to his office or something. I don't remember why. I really don't care that much. But the teacher goes to his office, and then Chica is like, "Hey, I wonder what his head tastes like," in the gymnasium, obviously in front of the children, because that's a very normal thing to say. And then she goes to his office, and then she eats his head, but it's like the most PG-13 pussified kill I've ever seen, where she eats the head, but it cuts to like his feet, and then it cuts to him being dropped. So you hear the crunch, but you don't really hear the screams, and you don't really see the impact, because this movie has to be for little babies. So it's the most pussified kill I've ever seen. And the kills in this movie are so pussified, even though they feel gorier than the first one, which says a lot, honestly, because there was no gore in the first one. Anyway, my problem isn't the fact that it has a PG-13 rating, it's the fact that it feels so pussified, in that it doesn't actually want to show anything scary. Anyway, I don't care. There was a villain in this movie. His name is Michael. He's the brother of the main character's girlfriend, and he sucked in this movie. He was introduced in a scene where there was like this team of people who do this bullshit show where they go to haunted places or whatever. They're so goofy and so over the top and ridiculous. I couldn't take them seriously at all, and I didn't care when they died, because they were so unlikable that I just wanted them dead, honestly. But yeah, anyway, there's like a stupid ghost group or whatever that go around haunted places, and they go to Freddy's pizzeria, and they get killed, but it's so pussified. Anyway, before they head in, that's when Michael is introduced, and he's in this movie for like fucking 10 minutes maybe in total, which is honestly more screen time than Matthew Lillard, who, I kid you not, shows up 3 times in this movie. He didn't have a presence at all in the first one, who was a fucking bullshit villain that they wrote in, and they just like they jam-fisted him. They ham-fisted it, that's the right word. They ham-fisted him, and they just threw a villain at the last second without thinking at all. And because we didn't know fuck all about him, I was like, oh, he's introduced in this? Why do I care? But in this movie, he's in this movie for like fucking 6 minutes, and he's like, and he has presence, you know. Whenever he was in the last movie, he was honestly the best part. But in this movie, he was in like 3 scenes in total, and they were all dream sequences. And I didn't care at all. I didn't care at all, because these characters fucking suck. And oh my god, it was in the beginning, and it was with the main character's girlfriend. Anyway, what I want to say is that the villain in this movie also sucked balls, but the difference is that he was I don't even know what the difference was anyway, because he also sucked balls. He didn't have a motivation or something. I don't know what his motivation was. I didn't care. I felt nothing. He might as well have honestly been thrown out of the movie, and I wouldn't have honestly noticed. The animatronics in this movie, like I said, are barely in this movie, which is ironic, because they have like more screen time in the first one, which is also ironic because they weren't in the movie, in the last movie, all that much either. They had like 30 or 20 minutes of screen time, and then they fucking disappeared out of the plot for some reason. Anyway, you might have honestly noticed I didn't talk about the main character. What is there to talk about? He's like the most generic brother character I've ever seen. He's like one of the most uninteresting main characters I've ever seen. I don't care about him at all, which is sad to say because I could tell that what's his name, Josh Hutcherson was trying, which is more depressing. But holy shit, this movie was fucking dog shit. If you ask me which one I think is worse quality wise, I think it's this one for sure. The first one, not that the first one was quality by any means, because that was also a boring piece of shit movie, but at least that movie had competent filmmaking. This movie has some of the worst filmmaking I've ever seen. Like, this movie just has jump scares, and it doesn't even do them well. It doesn't do the jump scares well. They show the creepy image, and then 3 seconds later, there's the sound effect. What the fuck? Like, oh my god. I'm honestly struggling to remember anything else about this movie. But if you ask me which one I was more entertained by, I think this one is more entertaining than the first one, honestly. But it's a fucking dog shit movie, honestly. I don't even know why I keep watching these movies, because I know they're not for me, and I know the fan base is like, oh, well, these movies aren't for you, they're for the fans. How could you be this way? I'm like, yeah, okay, it's for the fans. I agree with you. These movies are not for me. But, oh, holy shit. Like, that's why I hate these movies. You're right. I agree with you. They're not for me. So that's why I give this one a 2 out of 10, and I gave the first one a 3 out of 10, because these movies are not for me. They're boring. They're so cookie cutter. They're so formulaic and so generic and boring. Have I said boring? It's so awful. Oh my god. Anyway, I know I went on a ramble, but yeah, that's about it. See ya.